Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then. Well, it's not very often that we single out the team's goalkeeper as their most influential. Great chance! That is certainly not what he had in mind. He just didn't catch that with right, and he knows it. Baresi is there, and he can pick it up. It's a searching pass. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Beckham tries to play it through. Not the most convincing of passes. The pass has been well intercepted. Van der Ven gets over and intercepts. And that's put paid to a promising move. And it's made its way. That is Stutter! To see that disappear wide. Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong. There wasn't much in that at all. It's Ronaldinho. He's going to go a long way. We're back on the ball again. Fernando Torres. And he's gone long. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Vision. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Casillas needs a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Ronaldinho tries looking up for options on the left. Facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. This has gone, that's foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly, it is just a verbal warning. Ronaldinho with a real chance here. And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. Ronaldinho! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best. Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Bangladesh clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And this is Furlan. It's Furlan! That is a beauty! Well, I'm happy to admit that I didn't really see that coming, but I'm very glad it did, and you can only eulogise about such excellence.
The finish was imperious, the player immense.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it.
And he shoots! Goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring. The referee brings the first half to a close. So your views on the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further.
Hello attendees, this is a lost children's announcement.
Go for a third,
Would the father of a boy
with
in a
full half
blue
of football
hat
still to
kindly
play.
make his way to the
It
information
has
center?
been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 18, number 14,
Here we go
Rafinha.
again.
Number 19.
It's a little off target.
Number
It's a little off
37.
target.
Van de Ven. Coming on the field.
Can he
Number
get it
9.
through?
Robert
He was
Lewandowski.
clearly disappointed
Number
with that
13.
pass.
Well, I think the
Raul.
opposition saw that
Number
pass coming
8.
a mile off.
Messi.
Wasn't the best decision.
Number 5. Eder Militao.
Not quite on the same wavelength. Oh, well measured. Now it's Hazard. And he's Hazard! Off the post! It's Hazard! Oh, he did the hard part right, but not the finish.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. That was good alertness. They've won a corner. Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Claudio goes for the shot! He was not concerned by that.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get a side back into this.
Can he get on the end of this? Forlan has alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Out to the right, Raul.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, that's a key interception.
Well, Peter, he's looking particularly sharp.
And certainly on the hunt for his personal treble.
Yeah, and I certainly wouldn't go against that. Although he may keep an eye on the bench while three have been taken off.
It's Batistuta. Can they get him away? Perfectly measured that. Relentless! Just relentless! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game? No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Great chance here from position A1.
Well, the goalkeeper needs to have everything to his liking, and he's barking out the orders now.
Messi! Oh, red, nice interception. It is clear to see, and he is not at all happy with that.
Teammates are really unable to get that.
Takes a shot! A good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Barcelona give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. This is Hazard. Came through for him.
Minute has been indicated.
That looks a cracking ball. He is through here. Oh, that was vital.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Tries to pass it through. He's in plenty of space here. Shoots! And he hits the net. And the lead is extended still further. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Number
It's just
18.
slump. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection. here we are with everything very much to play for. Win this one, and they're going up.
Everybody, and welcome to today's
Do not
match.
come much simpler or sweeter than that one. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
That's the whistle. Tony Adams is the standout player, Peter.
He does stand out too, of course, but specifically how?
Because he's a colossal presence who seems to thrive the tougher the job gets. His level of commitment is...
And the finish! Spectacular reaction.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Tries to get it clear. And his good pressure just hounded him off it. And he can clear it away. That'll be a throw-in. Oh, good-looking ball. Looking tidy in possession here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Right card, clears. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Now it's Haaland. Conte, he's found a way through. Looking to play him in. Does great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
This is Batistuta. Oh, touch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Hazard. Oh, great chance! Manchester United! First blood drawn. Wonderfully smooth, smart, and slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
Manchester United have penetrated for the first time.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
This is Hazard. This is Batistuta.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Gets rid without sophistication. This is Batistuta. Oh, that is very close.
That's a great effort. There was very little back there to indicate what was coming. That's just playing it safe and simple.
He's there to retrieve it. Up he goes! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Beautiful work to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
The most accurate pass. Maldini. Nicely intercepted. Works it forward. And that has been clubbed away.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Tries to pass it through. Just eases him off the ball. There's the half-time whistle. So a steady, solid, more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on
seems the team were just a bit too busy claiming themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down. That pass isn't the best. Manchester United are totally dominant in the middle of the park and no way through zone.
And that's well seen too. Elbow goal needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Pass is intercepted. Batistuta.
Oh, it rattles the bar. Shifted into the flank. Makaleli. Here's Hazard.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Defending was strong and firm.
It's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible. And Batistuta! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Ronaldo gets it away. Takes the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Very well to take that back.
Busquets.
Cedric, what are you thinking?
Bangladesh are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Played out wide. That was expertly dealt with. And he's there to belt it away. Into the last quarter of an hour. This is Owen.
Manchester United surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And it's Batistuta. Played back in. Knocks it into space. And now they can clear their lines. That's been won straight back. The final 5 minutes. Hazard. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's ended up in no man's land. No, it's Forlan. And he's picked out the run. He's for decent chance! And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. It's a game. One that has always... Here we are with everything very much to play for. Win this one and they're going up. Incentives do not come much simpler or sweeter than that one. Well, the Pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, the centre of midfield, Peter, is where battles are won and lost. So I see Rodri as a player who can dominate his midfield position. He's excellent at winning and recycling the ball, as well as passing it all over the pitch. I see him as someone who's very well suited now even to those highest tempo games.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way.
He was slightly undercooked, that one.
Well, everything up to the final
Pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that clear ball.
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt. And here we are, early stages. He's struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
So, a breakthrough already.
Bangladesh are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Once more, he proves rigid and robust. There's a quick free kick. And here's Torres and
They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Yeah, tempted and teased the keeper into thinking he could get to it, but it just eased away to catch the inside of the post.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
It's coming up to the 30-minute mark. Barcelona trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. He's gone for the goal! Oh, what a ball! Chance for a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A case now of complete control. Fernando Torres. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender though who was ever so determined. Short changes him with that pass. Great vision.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Hazard.
This
looks
has
sharp.
been indicated.
Makalele calmly anticipates. And it's half-time here. Oh, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half. Here we go again.
Bangladesh really have to pick things up here. Their opponents are going to set up to play on the counter-attack now, which means they're going to have to find ways to draw them out more.
Hazard. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's the keeper's ball. Now the breakaway. Hakimi. Kimmich gets over and intercepts. And here's Forlan. Hazard. Darren Fletcher.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be.
Yes! And he should have made it four.
Barcelona certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And beyond the defence. This is Batistuta. Now, and he shoots! It's a goal! He forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So is this the start of a comeback? Forlan.
And here's he with the challenge,
And he has given away a free kick. And he is going into that little black book.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
No, that is pretty much the end of that. Nicely weighted ball. Atkins, can he finish? And they are cruising away. Now that was as close to certain as can be.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
So now the difference is 3. Knocks it into space. Oh, that's nice. And they're quick to get it back. Looking for the run. Van Dalton clears it away. He's a sharp little ball here. This is Batistuta. Oh, that's fabulous. And Batistuta! And the keeper threw out a limb.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
So a reprieve for the time being. And it's Qoo Neo. Nice interception, well timed. And now a second chance to counter. That's been cut out, well played. And he stands tall, impenetrable. And here's Batistuta. That was very necessary. Bounce of passing here, really easy on the eye. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Spread it left.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Busquets. So that's it. And it's all over. Well, that was thrilling. A game of chaps and chumps. The winners were so... Well, here we are with everything very much to play for. Win this one and they're going up. Incentives do not come much simpler or sweeter than that one. The colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. But if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Well, there's the unmistakable figure of Luis Suarez, the sharpest of sharpshooters, both for club and country, Jim.
Well, I'll add the word razor sharp to that, Peter.
And of course, when he moved to the Catalan capital in 2014, he became the last piece in one of the most feared attacking front threes of all time.
Absolutely. He made his debut a few months into the season, but didn't really get going until around the turn of the year. I remember their first home game of the new year in particular.
Oh, yeah, when he scored the second goal that day, didn't he, against opponents he would go on to join, and of course with whom he would become a champion.
Tremendous.
And here's Batistuta. You won't be happy with that one. Busquets. That pass isn't the best. He's gone forward. Now it's Luis Suarez. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That is a trouncing tackle. Kimmich, is it long? The defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's going to be disappointed with that. Couldn't squeeze it through.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Beckham. Now who's going to be first to this? That's been cut out, well played.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Ljungberg. Defending of the desperate variety. Ter Stegen. Now it's Forlan. Taken back almost at once. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Yeah, he's got space here. Oh, that's well spotted. Makaleli. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now he's off and running. Now it's Hazard. That has been cut short. Looking for the run. Now it's Messi. Can he get on the end of this? And played right into his path. Van Bouten cuts it out. Hazard will perfectly measure that. Takes a shot! It's always, that's another chance! And he's there to get it away. A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough mode.
Please drink responsibly.
And we are up to the break.
Bangladesh ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Bangladesh are probably...
There's the shot! It's fallen kindly here!
Oh, he's quite the threat. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
How important will this turn out to be? This is going to give them a lot more options now.
And this is Forlan. It's Forlan! the purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. He was absolutely spanked.
So that's 2 now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And that's well seen too. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior in acres of space out one. And the shots! Oh, taken with style! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage, he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
We have got ourselves a game here. Here's a shot! Crowd reaction tells you just how close that was.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
Qoo gets rid without sophistication. And that's definitely not his best. Oh, red, nice interception. Played out wide. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Bangladesh clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
It's Batistuta. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
So look and press it forward. Now it's Hazard. It's a nicely shaped ball. He's beaten the last man. Big trouble! Shoots it! It's hit the upright. It's a pretty loose pass. Hazard.
Bangladesh nearly
There will
finished
be
it off
5
there.
minutes
Now
added
it's a
time.
case of waiting for the whistle.
Now this could be a chance. Real chance! And yes, it's there! They have stolen level at the last!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what...
And that's it. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Well, the permutations are as simple as they are exciting.
everybody,
One
and
remaining
welcome
shot,
to today's
and they
match.
must hit the bullseye. There's nothing quite like last day drama. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Well, Peter, the one word I would use to describe this guy, Sergio Ramos, is priceless. How many times have we seen him save his team at both ends? And now he's proving himself to be a master of taking set pieces. Is there nothing this guy cannot do?
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And we have our very first corner.
He's got two.
That's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Chips it through. That's a scooter. Turns out averted for now and reclaimed it in our choice. And it's Batistuta. Nice sequence of passes this. Van Baltum spots it and intercepts. And Batistuta! And with that, they take a giant step towards the promised land. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
That's an incredible shot. The dip and the curling moves together. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
They still can't get carried away. They haven't been promoted just yet.
Searching passes played there. Not the most convincing of passes. Van Balten. He's had a shot! Off the bar! Full marks for that effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Batistuta was somewhat off target. Nielsen is coming up to the 30-minute mark. Great ball, he's in here. He's looking wide. Tries to pass it through. Dyer claims comfortably. Two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point, and the score is 1-0. Oh, this is Bale! Bale! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Bale deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
That's a sharp pass. Cruyff. Looking tiny in possession here. Lovely pass, but big chance!
And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
They've played it short. Messi. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nicely intercepted. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
With an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And Messi! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
This possibly the last play of the half. Climbs up big! Movement. And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And we are already promptly back on the way. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Spread out to the left. There's Qoo. And he's there to clear it. They've got it again. Nicely weighted ball. Spread neatly. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. And he's picked it up out wide. Played in deep. Right card can get it clear. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Thinks of Bale! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Messi. It's a sharp little ball here. Beckham.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And it's Bale. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire. Borussia Dortmund really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value.
Oh, what has happened here? Forlan crosses. Up he goes! Makalele gets flagged offside. Belletti. Changes him with that pass. And it's Conte. And they've got rid.
Borussia Dortmund really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
That was very necessary.
Looking for the run. Can he get it through?
And that has been clubbed away.
Oh, good read. He read that really well and stopped it.
That's a decent ball. Good take, and is he in? Can they get him away?
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And that is as far as it goes. A win, a triumph, a time to crank up the music, charge the glass. This is going to be quite a party. Let me look back on the game then, Jim.
Bangladesh really well played today
This is a
to produce a performance.
is a definite sense of occasion here as both
Hello,
teams
everybody,
square up
and
to each other
welcome
with
to
fire
today's
in their
match.
eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Just joining us, we are already on the way.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic. Once he comes inside, anything is possible.
Well, that is not the best ball. He offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Hazard. And it's hoisted clear. Japan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Knocked clear, and now they can spring out of defence. No, that's been intercepted. It's got space here. He's there to retrieve it. With the Bella. That's a decent ball. There's a no-nonsense tackle. That's Batistuta. Well, saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And here's Mbappe. This is Dembele.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers. Don't concede the opener.
The ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Bangladesh clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly reboot.
Tries a shot! This time surely! Goal! Japan! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
That's Batistuta. Great ball if he can get there. And it's great chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's very good running, Matt. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Qoo Neo. Smartly reclaimed. Threads one in. Forlan. De Bruyne. McAllister. Now it's Mbappe. Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Hazard. That's Batistuta. That's a shade optimistic. And the half-time whistle goes. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter.
And we
It's
might
been
inform you
very
now that
flat,
the
and the
latest
supporters have had
information
nothing to
is
cheer
currently
about.
being
So an
displayed
awful
on
lot
the
of
screen.
questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Substitution.
Here we go again.
Bangladesh really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Makaleli. Yes, ended up in no man's land.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Vlahovic. Just eases him off the ball. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here. And he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
De Bruyne. Looking to play him in. Beraldo. And it's Rodri. De Bruyne. Great vision. This is Dembele. He is through here. Shapes to shoot. Goal! Japan! And they're back in front. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Japan took the lead. Off pass, but can he get there? And he's there to clear it. It's Hazard. Well timed, excellent interception. Pass is just off target. He pumps it clear. Forlan.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell, man.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Dig through to threatening. And the shot! It's there! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
There will be 3
And
minutes
very
added
little
time.
time. He's one-on-one shoots! Oh, surely that deserved better.
And that is not the first time, Peter, the keeper has been left exposed by this defence. It needs a quick fix.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And he welcomes it in. Chance for a shot! The whistle is gone and it is all over. Performance of perspiration, work rate, grit.
members of our fan club celebrating their wedding anniversary today. Substitution on the field. Number 18, Raul. Number 19, Baresi. Coming on the field, number 20, William Hall. Number 24, Alessandro Bastoni.
So bring it on. Hike expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And we're underway. Well, you could make a case to say, Jim, that Park Ji-sung is the most successful Asian export ever.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Hugely popular, and it's hard to argue if you look at his record.
And Messi! Off the post! Oh, Manchester United! And what a start!
The perfect show of intent. Great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
Short, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So the game's first significant moment. And it's come all on.
Of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Alexander-Arnold kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, cracking ball. It's Batistuta. Nenu gets across to intercept that. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's Park Ji-sung. Yes, great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now this could be a chance. And he was quick to get it clear again. And it's Beckham. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. He's there to get it away. Cristiano Ronaldo. His interception, his positioning was spot on. Tries to play it through. Has been cut short. He is slightly undercooked, that one.
Bangladesh clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And here's Mbappe. Throw it. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now then, the ball's come loose. Makalena. Bruno Fernandes. Cristiano Ronaldo. Right card. Deals with that comfortably. Well, there's the clearance. Up
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Fernandes. Oh, super fine. This is Batistuta. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Good effort, and it is right on half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying.
A quick reminder today that smoking is only allowed in areas shown on this map. Thank you for your cooperation.
What we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. There's the shot! This time, surely! Goal! Manchester United! Into the lead once more. Bruno Fernandes, duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. into doing stuff.
Manchester United go into the lead. And here's Messi. Now, can they get him away? Nicely weighted ball. It's been slipped through. This is Hazard. Bundesliga! He scored! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
And yes, it's him again. Oh, what has happened here? Van Dijk. Gabriel. Long ball upfield. He was beyond the defence. And he was quick to react. Arpisson. And Batistuta. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Melu. And here's Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Arpisson. Nicely intercepted. Beckham. Now it's Hazard. That pass isn't the best. Great vision. That is a great pick out. This is Hazard. He's found a way through. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And he's picked out the run. Mbappe has it out wide and in space. He is just caressing the ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
There's a sharp little ball here. That's a dangerous... And the game is well and truly turned on its head. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Substitution.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up was brilliant.
And he's on goal! Oh, it's hit a post! That's a simple one for the keeper.
Bangladesh can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
4 extra minutes. Bruno Fernandes. Played out to the right. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Oh, this is a great position. And the referee brings it to a close. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are ready to go any minute now. The colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And we're underway. Well, there are plenty who consider Marco Van Basten to be the big
It's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, at how well he caught that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, looks a good one.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Paris Saint-Germain disappointing in the end there. And that urgency. There's a sharp little ball here. That has been knocked clear. Just eases him off the ball. Gerrard. Now the cross. Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Tries to play it through. Van Basten kept his eye on it, and he's there. Ooh, can he get onto this? So just the one only goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Right card, calmly anticipates. And looks a good ball through. And he was alert to it. Pickford getting this one clear. Has a shot! He's produced there the crispest of hits. Hazard. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. He's big chance! Watch out! Slide! That's a sharp pass. And that has left him in a heap. Now it's Rooney, looking to play him in. Puts out brilliant shot. He scores! Paris Saint-Germain are back on level terms. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Oh, it was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Paris Saint-Germain have the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you expect when there's so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Beckham kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That's a look and plays it forward. Passing is crisp and sharp. And they've got rid. Paris Saint-Germain have reclaimed it. Van Basten cuts it out. Totti, he's got away. Totti!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Rooney.
There will be 1
And
minute
he's managed to get
time.
free. The cross comes in. Now that is a hefty challenge. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. Just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Cristiano Ronaldo. A reprieve for the time being. Paris Saint-Germain with the corner. They're first. And now a sudden chance the best distribution from the keeper. Pass is intercepted.
It's very disappointing, it has to be said.
And it's Fuller. Looking for options for movement. That is skilled! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Danger averted for now. That looks a good ball through. Kimmich gets over and intercepts. There's the clearance. And reclaimed it in a trice. Fuller being hunted in packs.
Yeah, what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line there.
Kimmich. And it's played forward. Totti. He is through here. Now who's going to be first to this? Someone off target. Referee's given a throw. Quick look. Oh, smashing header! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And the comeback is complete! A really thumping header. Absolutely crashes it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Well, they put it back in a hurry. And here's Fuller. Khan claims comfortable.
Bangladesh really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And that could send him on his way. And this is Van Basten. Totti. That was not well. Came through for him. And now they can clear their lines. Now it's Hazard.
There will
Turns
be
back
one
here,
minute added
probably the
time.
best option. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like
welcome to
that.
today's
The
match.
stadium is full of noise and energy.
This certainly matters.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon.
So that's got things underway. How do you think this turns out, Jim? Yeah, N'Golo Kante.
This is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly
Classy finish. It could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's well spotted. Cherki. And it's Belletti. And it's Bellingham. Well played for Conte. It's not an especially good pass, that. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good for him.
Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet. That's a scooter.
Owen showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, there's a probing ball. Cherki. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
That was lovely, that.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Last time.
A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
So that's 2 now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it. Now they have it.
Milan trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Now it's a chance for a shot!
Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
They've played it short. He's made his way to it, and he was alert to it. Cherki. Facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. He's gone direct here. Makalele did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That's a good ball. Now, who's going to be first to this? Makalele.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And it's Azar. This is Batistuta. He can get that clear.
That was going to be the final action of the first half. Anything you'd like to express on the first half? Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far.
Everybody, and this is a quick reminder to let you know that you'll be able to catch today's match broadcast live on Yakram's FM station.
So off we go once more. Well, I think they have to be positive despite despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Bellingham. Right card. He's created one goal already. Head back. Conte. Short changes him with that pass. Batistuta. That's a sharp pass. Looking for the run. This is Batistuta.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they need to have a very good conversion rate.
Sergio, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And into the great flaws of the keeper.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. That was very necessary. And it's Batistuta. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Owen. Bellingham. Oh, lovely feeding is such a good mover. Pickford gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And it's clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Nicely intercepted.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Just 5 minutes left. Rijkaard is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
That is lovely. Well, the defence proved infallible then. And that one, Batistuta. Shot a goal!
Taken with style. Drama at the death. Is there time for one more twist?
Added time is up. And there goes the whistle. That was intense. And a global contest that either could easily have won. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. And we're underway. Well, now the opposition opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi's play, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best of his teammates.
Yeah, I think he just gives them that confidence that they can overcome whatever the opposition throws at them, and he leads by example, of course, and will probably come up with something.
Now it's Hazard. Now it's Forlan. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rafinha, good purposeful running this. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
That's going right the way across. Now it's Hazard. Al-Kubasi does really well to win the ball there.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Makalele. He's made sure that's not getting through. And he's gone looking for safety. Pedri. Barcelona looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Yamal. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Tries to play it through.
Looks like it falls through.
I'll see. Saw that coming. That was well played. Well stopped. And he's quick to get it clear again. It's a great ball here. And the shot! And he's done it! Another moment of magic. A real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, this should allow him to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Now it's Messi. He is just caressing the ball. Liverpool leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score
There will
is
be
1-0.
added time.
Right card, gets good distance on it. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Liverpool can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them. And it's 1-0 at the break. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
And we have our very first corner. Pickford claims comfortable. And now they can spring out of defence. It's good running with the ball. Alexi. Van Houten gets over and intercepts. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Liverpool are ahead here by what is still the only goal. And played right into his path. Ah, that's a fine interception. And he's there to get it away.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 9.
Barcelona have now introduced the first of their substitutes.
Rafinha. Number 11.
Too much on it.
Coming on the field.
Easy game
Number
there.
15. Robert
Barcelona
Lewandowski.
have the chance to go
Number
the other way.
18. Neymar. Number 7. Federico Valverde.
And he's there to make the challenge. This is Batistuta. This is goal, presumably for offside.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 19. Messi.
The changes then in quick
Number
succession.
4. Silvestro.
Triol.
Coming on the field. Number 24. Danny
Good
Olmo.
impression so far,
Number
Jim.
6.
Well, Peter, if
Roberto
they're attempting to
Carlos.
see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Pedri. Valverde. He's tried one! Just swings wide.
Well, he overtook that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Threads one in. Great vision. Oh, this is a great position.
And the finish! It's a goal!
And that should do it!
Within sight of the finish line!
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class. Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Liverpool are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
It's Lewandowski. It's ended up in no man's land.
The most accurate pass.
That is not the best ball. He offers apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. Superb from Lewandowski! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And what a climax we have here!
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will
There
stick.
will be 5 minutes
Tradition
added
just
time.
never have lost the ball.
Diving header! He will be livid with himself.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Valverde. Out to the left it goes.
And it's Roberto Carlos. He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Liverpool have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2
Hello,
hours,
everybody,
it
and
might not
welcome
feel
to
like
today's
that.
match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's get a contest worthy of the set. So we're up and running. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Now it's Batistuta. Rafinha. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That's a little loose. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Anthony! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Anthony, terrific header! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, it's very well timed. The delivery like that with the right amount of pace and width could be a nightmare to defend against.
Valverde makes the interception. And it's Tura. He's in plenty of space here. And he's picked it up out wide. Well, the defence proved infallible then. And that won't be the last they'll see of him. Valverde. Can he get it through? Turan gets into a good position. Busquets was in no mood for any of that. Approaching the half-hour mark. Rafinha puts a chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Rafinha really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's their second corner of the game. Rafinha, who's short. Now this could be a canny finish! It's fallen loose again! That is decidedly lacking. The pass is intercepted. And here's Turan. Good read, needed to be. And smartly reclaimed. Now it's Forlan. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. That's a little off target. Nicely weighted ball. Rafinha. Rafinha charging forward, the ball at his feet. Oh, he's been caught on it here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. This is just off target. And the whistle goes for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for a lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. Just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Ah, he's given it away! It's a pretty loose pass. Rafinha, who's steaming forward. He's looking wide. Can he get onto this? And they're quick to get it back. He's gone for goal! Terrific effort.
Just off target. Though the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Just about up to the hour now. He'll throw in. That is Scooter! Oh, that is rather wayward. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Anthony. Chooses to go cross-field. Gordon. That's tiny. Beckham gets across and deals with it. And it's Valverde. Valverde! The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it. Great defending, strong. Good shots here! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. So, third quarter of the game. Pickford aims comfortably. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Hazard. That's playing his legs are totally dominant in the middle of the park and no way through zone. This is it then, now or never. That's playing his legs really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved. And it's Forlan. Looking for the run. Well, it's a move that bred promise, but will it really prove productive? And claimed it back swiftly. Oh, this looks sharp. That is Scooter! That is certainly not what he had in mind. Oh, can he get onto this? And here's Anthony. Anthony. Oh, good read. That's great positioning. So good from him. And he can clear it away. And we're done. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle, and here we go. In close goals, we have a player who can pull all the strings in midfield. One of England's best ever.
So unsung, but utterly appreciated by those he plays with. Yeah, simply a master of passing, Peter. His ability to know what's going on around him at any given time makes him such a clever and hugely capable danger in this team.
And it's hit the woodwork and out. And he's there to get it away. Nicked it back promptly. Messi. Knocks it into space. And Messi! Lingering over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Messi cannot be that slow, and it took the sting out of the break, and a big chance wasted.
Madrid with their first corner. First in the game for either side, actually. Important interception. And they've got rid. Triol. Costa Curta. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Liverpool so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And he's intervened well there. And here's Mbappe. He's had a shot! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Oh, shooting chance!
And the keeper has reacted superbly there. Forlan is offering a right smile there.
It's a mighty off the post! And he can clear it away.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Beckham tries to play it through. And the counter is on. And there's green grass ahead of him. It's really well cleared. And reclaimed it in a trice. And here's Mbappe. Shot chance! They are really purring here. And they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Speed of thoughts, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome. Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence. We were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Madrid are doing very nicely, thank you.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And it's played forward. Beckham. It's a good spell of possession, this. Half-time whistle goes. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So
Those of you making their way home on public transportation today, please watch the screen for train departure times from all local major stations.
That's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with more devilment, go for that goal and see if they can consecutive.
Forlan. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? No, that's been intercepted.
Scholes. Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
And here's Messi. Great ball, and he's in here. The ball is loose and the chase is on.
Aims beyond the defence. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. That is Scooter.
Forlan. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now, can they get him away? He has a look out. Looking for the run. This ended up in no man's land. Now it's Messi. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Done delicately. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And the shots! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
It's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
A case now of complete control. That is an easy claim for the keeper. And this is Hazard. He's fizzed it forward.
Scholes.
Well played. That has knocked out the danger. Trion kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
There will be one
Next to
more
interception.
time.
Messi. And that will be it. Liverpool cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're up and running.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim? Yeah, N'Golo Kante. He is only one midfielder, but it often feels like he does the work of two or three. He's got exceptional awareness for danger and the stamina to make sure he can go and snuff it out over and over again if required. He's also exceptional in the tackle. And when you watch him in the latter parts of a game, 90th minute plus, he looks as if he's in the first five.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Changes him with that pass. That's a reprieve for the time being. And it's Fowler. He's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Qoo makes the interception. Batistuta. Liverpool have got it back and they'll have another go.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Decent chance! Nicely aimed pass. And here's Foden, and he's on his way! It's a lovely deep pass. And this is Forlan. Roberto Carlos out-muscles him. Tries from distance.
Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Up towards the flank. Rafinha, and he's managed to get free. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Forlan. That looks a good ball through. Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's picked his way through. Cuts out the pass. Head out towards the right wing. Foden couldn't squeeze it through. Great vision. And he's lost his man here. Looking for the run. And the shot! It's a goal!
A horrible blip. A horrible blip.
A situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Barcelona really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that silenced the crowd, Peter. Item 1 on the to-do list. Done.
Roberto Carlos looking to penetrate opposition lines. It could be in here. Roberto Carlos! Quick to recover this. And the first 45 minutes are up. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed. So they might be only moved down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and you know it's an awful long way back.
Liverpool have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Liverpool carrying a one-goal lead. Beckham. He's only too happy to take that back. He's shifting through the gears here.
And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
He's had it taken off him. In the end, they found themselves 10 in, nowhere to go. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better with it. The final ball was very clear.
Oh, what a climb! Great build-up. They all deserved a better ending.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. I'm not too happy that it's gone to an ace like that.
That's really well manoeuvred. Pass is intercepted. Now it's Forlan.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And here's Rooney. It's Rooney!
He's done very well to get to that.
After earning a few high fives, probably feels he could have been better protected though.
Barcelona with their first corner. First in the game for us.
Number 18, Qoo Neo. Coming on the field, number 19.
This time, surely! To the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams that go.
Here's the shots!
They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration. It's loose now, they will get it back.
That would have been game, set and match.
Mbappe really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Sonic is there and he can get that clear. Liverpool in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling over.
Takes a shot!
Oh, it's gone in! We thought it was over! It's all square once more!
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
5 minutes to add. Ball's gone astray. This is Batistuta.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And that is that.
Good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of course, but the crowd largely... Well, they're not down and out just yet, but straights don't come much more dire than
everybody,
this.
and welcome
Only
to
a win
today's
can
match.
save them now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here.
Qoo Neo is, in my opinion, a player that revolutionised the role of the defensive midfielder. He highlighted the importance of the ugly side of the game.
The original and still perhaps the best.
I'd say so. Many have tried to emulate him, but nobody's managed it.
Makalele. Vieira makes the interception.
They want to make the most of this turnover.
Beckham. It's Makalele. Now it's Hazard. Big chance! Trustmark comes to the rescue. And that's caused a worry or two.
Forlan could easily have kept that down. He shouldn't have brought the crossbar into play.
Now it's Forlan. Yeah. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Liverpool are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. Van Dijk. Makalele. Turan. That's been intercepted.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Makalele. Now this could be a chance. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Rather earning a few high fives, probably feels he could have been better protected though.
And we have our very first corner. That should get the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that was never going to make it. Gnabry. Gnabry was spins. Oh, taken with style. He's going to be disappointed with that. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Del Piero. Rijkaard. Beckham. Now it's Hazard. This is Batistuta. This is Batistuta. Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, that was really good running. The more he moved with it, the more he realised that taking the shot was his only option. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Oh, smashing header.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Makalele. Good ball, good take. Cleared without complication. Rijkaard. And here's Batistuta. Oh, he's been caught napping.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's a searching pass.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Searching pass he's played there. Good play through for the right man. A header! Goal! Bayer Leverkusen! And it's Bayer Leverkusen who take the lead. Here's the whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, obviously things are not good.
Please join me
It
in
seems the
wishing
team
all
were
the
just a
best
bit
for
too
members
busy
of our fan
playing
club
within
celebrating
themselves.
their winning
Too tempted.
anniversary
They
today.
have to improve and make it fast.
Substitution.
Here's the start of the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. Go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just here quietly pouting them.
Forward. It's Makalele. Pinches it off him. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite a stressful. Can he get on the end of this? And beyond the defence. And he's there to get it away. And this is Forward. He's got a chance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
He's done very well to take that back. Chiesa. Forward. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now it's Chiesa. Calafiori kept aware. And it is reclaimed easily. Great vision. Sergio, what are you thinking?
Oh, there have been no accusations of lack of effort. They're getting as good as they get when it comes to chances.
And this is Forward. Oh, that's wonderful awareness. Vieira attempts a clearance. There could be trouble here. And for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Yeah, a man we've all come to watch. El Piero. Now this could be a chance. Looking to play him in. And it's Del Piero. Just about up to 75 minutes. That's a foul. No two ways about it. And no surprise, that's a booking. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort, so we hope it's nothing serious. He's having a hit! Gave it a go, but off target.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
Over to the left. Chiesa. Back in possession and ready to go again.
Bayer Leverkusen surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
5 minutes left on the clock. Rummenigge. Out to the right. Threads one in. Ruben and the shot! And he hits the net! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike!
truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure, and
12
class.
minutes has been
Just the sort
indicated.
of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling. By Leverkusen.
And there goes the final whistle. In the end, then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Liverpool are staring into the abyss.
Hello,
Only
everybody,
a win
and
will do
welcome
here,
to today's
otherwise they
match.
are down. This truly is crunch time.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So that's got things underway. Liverpool come into this game needing something. To fall short here would impact horribly on their future, immediate and beyond. Well read, the danger is averted. Van Balten gets good distance on it. And here's Forlan. Madrid finding their passes. Kimmich trumped clear onto that, and that is that. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass. Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't take out that killer ball. It's an opposite shot, surely! It's a goal! You know it. You just know it. He has slapped his name across this most crucial of games. Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay inside, Peter. That was really clever. Liverpool have their opener. It is a goal of real significance. Yeah, that's exactly what they required, but they need to be careful now. That goal can serve as a wake-up call for the hosts. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, that's well spotted. He's gone back to the keeper. Tries from a long way out. That looks awkward, but he had a good crack at it. It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now. This is Hazard. Van Balten deals with that comfortably. And he was quick to get it clear again. Looks to the other side. That's a great ball cross field. Can he get it through? They've got to be quick moving this forward. Oh, easy pickings there. Qoo Neo gets over and intercepts. Two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. He's picked on a chance! It's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy. He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Liverpool are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Oh, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Nicely aimed pass.
That looks a decent ball.
Hazard gets through and is up.
And the finish!
Relentless! Just relentless!
Again in a trice, and they are soaring!
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such a...
And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Security staff for each block, please report to the staff room immediately.